Hey everybody, welcome back to the Here to See channel. Got a recommendation for you. A fantastic book, Monster by Frank Peretti. Here to See, we're focused on sharing pearls of wisdom, nuggets of knowledge, understanding the difficult, and instructions for a better life. Monster, what a fantastic book. All of Frank Peretti's books are great. Monster is a novel written in 2005 by Frank Peretti. Tells the story of a horrifying predator who terrorizes the woods of northern Idaho. Story deals with the views on evolution, beneficial mutation, and natural selection. An unidentified man discovers a dead logger's body killed gruesomely by a deadly carnivore. He proceeds to cover it up by making it look like an accident. Rebecca Shelton, policeman, and his introverted wife, Rebecca Shelton, are about to begin their vacation, something which Rebecca opposes. More and more sightings of a hairy, upright monster occur, and Rebecca hears a shrieking in the night. Suddenly, she is kidnapped by a large beast. Reed's seeing her taken away. Rebecca's captor proves to be a gentle giant, however, a red-colored female Bigfoot that lives in a small troop with her mate, an adult male, the male's other mate, and the other mate's offspring. And it's just a fantastic story, and I don't want to spoil it for you. It's published by Simon & Schuster. We said it was published back in 2005. Frank Peretti has many great books. Here is the Wikipedia description of Monster, and it will tell you about it. Also, here is a review on Plugged In. We often go to Plugged In to check out movie reviews and TV episode reviews, but they also have book reviews. And this book review goes in agonizing detail. And again, I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to show you all that. If you really want to go to there, help yourself, but I'd suggest just check out the book. And you can see it at Amazon, and Amazon's got a Kindle, a hardcover and paperback, of course, and there's an audiobook on Audible. And here I've got the sample for you, so listen to this.
This is Audible.
Miles away from the hectic city, Reed and Rebecca hike into the beautiful northwestern woods. They're surrounded by gorgeous mountains, waterfalls, and hundreds of acres of unspoiled wilderness. But something, or someone, begins closing in on them. Something no human has ever seen, and it's killing everyone in its path without remorse. From the master of suspense and supernatural thrillers comes the season's hottest audiobook. This unabridged audio version is published by Oasis Audio through an agreement with Westbow Press. Monster is written and read by Frank Peretti, with production by The Film Foundry in association with Anderson & Associates. Get ready, but be warned, this monster's got teeth.
Chapter 1. The hunter, rifle in his hands, dug in a heel and came to a sudden halt on the game trail. Motionless, nearly invisible in a thicket of serviceberry and crowded pines, he heard something. The first rays of the sun flamed over the ridge to the east, knifing through the pine boughs and morning haze in translucent wedges, backlighting tiny galaxies of swirling bugs. Soon the warming air would float up the draw, and the pines would whisper like distant surf. But in the lull between the cool of night and the warmth of day, the air was still, the sounds distinct. The hunter heard his own pulse. The scraping of branches against his camouflage sleeves was crisp and brilliant, the snapping of twigs under his boots almost startling. And the eerie howl was clear enough to reach him from miles away, audible under the sound of the jays and between the chatterings of a squirrel. He waited, not breathing, until he heard it again, long, mournful, rising in pitch, and then holding that anguished note to the point of agony before trailing off. The hunter's brow crinkled under the bill of his cap. The howl was too deep and guttural for a wolf. A cougar never made a sound like that. A bear? Not to his knowledge. If it was his quarry, it was upset about something, and far ahead of him. He moved again, quick-stepping, ducking branches, eyes darting about, dealing with the distance. Before he had worked his way through the forest another mile, he saw a breach in the forest canopy and an open patch of daylight through the trees. He was coming to a clearing. He slowed, cautious, found a hiding place behind a massive fallen fir, and peered ahead. Just a few yards beyond him, the forest had been shorn open by a logging operation, a wide swath of open ground littered with forest debris and freshly sawn tree stumps. A dirt road cut through it all. A house-sized pile of limbs and slash awaited burning, and on the far side of the clearing a hulking yellow bulldozer sat cold and silent, its tracks caked with fresh earth. A huge pile of logs lay neatly stacked near the road, ready for the logging trucks. He saw no movement, and the only sound was the quiet rumble of a battered pickup truck idling near the center of the clearing. He waited, crouching, eyes level with the top of the fallen tree, scanning the clearing, searching for the human beings that had to be there. But no one appeared, and the truck just kept idling. His gaze flitted from the truck to the bulldozer, then to the huge pile of logs, then to the truck again, where something protruding from behind the truck's front wheels caught his eye. He grabbed a compact pair of binoculars from a pocket and took a closer look. The protrusion was a man's arm, motionless, and streaked with red. Looking about, the hunter waited just a few more seconds, and then, satisfied that no one else was there, he climbed over the log and stole into the clearing, stepping carefully from rock to stump to patch of grass, trying to avoid any soil that would register his footprints. The truck was parked in nothing but loose soil, freshly chewed by the bulldozer, but he would have to deal with that problem later. He was planning his moves as he went along. He reached the truck, slowed with caution, then eased around it, neck craning, in no mood for gruesome surprises. What he found on the other side was no surprise, but it was gruesome, and definitely a complication. Cursing, he leaned against the truck's hood, warily scanned the tree line and the logging road.
And this is my preferred method. I really like to listen to audiobooks, and Frank Peretti reads it himself, as you can tell. But you can also hear it free on YouTube at the Reach More Now YouTube channel. Raymond Solder kindly reads the entire book. It has 13 videos, one for each chapter, that he reads through absolutely free. So listen to a sample of this.
Hi, this is Raymond Solder, and we are back to Frank Peretti's book. Wait a minute, you just finished The Oath. Yeah, that's right. And before that was another Frank Peretti book. Well, there was A Visitation, and there was other stuff, but here's another one. Now, to be truthful, this took 6 years to write. Frank Peretti writing for 6 years to get it perfect for you, and you're going to love this book if you like the story about monster. That's what it's called, Monster. We are in chapter 1. The hunter rifle in his hands, dug in a heel, and came to a sudden halt on the game trail. Motionless, nearly invisible, in a thicket of serviceberry and crowded pines. He heard something. The first rays of the sun flamed over the ridge to the east, knifing through the pine boughs and morning haze in translucent wedges, backlighting tiny galaxies of swirling bugs.
And again, you can see that at the Reach More Now YouTube channel, and he's got other books. You can see he's got the Left Behind series. How nice of him to do that. But I do prefer the Frank Peretti rendition that you can get on Audible or audiobooks. So this has been our review of Monster by Frank Peretti. It's a fantastic book. I really enjoyed it. Particularly like the audio version. Hope you like it too. Like and subscribe. You can see these and other great videos. And here on the Here to See channel, we've got a playlist of our recommendations so far for 2024. And we've got several items that you might find interesting. Some movie reviews, TV reviews, and other book reviews. So check that out. You can find links to all these resources in the description below. You comment below, share your experiences with us. Have you read Monster? What do you think about it? And do you know Jesus as your Lord and Savior? If not, read the Gospel of John chapter 3 to learn about His forgiveness. Talk to God about it. He loves you, you know. So seek Him now. Keep watching. Keep loving Him. God bless. See you next time.